First up is going to be Rick Stroud.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
Good.
300 yards passing, 8 different receivers caught balls today, including your tight ends. And Rob, how did it feel to get all those guys involved the way you did?
Yeah, I think everybody's going to need to contribute. Ultimately, everyone who's dressed is going to have to be ready to go. And dealing with a couple injuries that we had, some guys got some action. So it's a long year. Everyone's got to contribute. A lot of things to improve on. Obviously, happy to win, but we gotta keep turning it up a notch.
Next is gonna be Greg Allman.
Hey, Tom, in the second quarter, I think it's still like a 10-3 game when you hit that deep ball to Scotty. What did that do and that drive do to kind of set things in motion? Yeah,
great play by Scotty. He got behind the defense, and they kind of jumped the strong side of the route, and Scotty was kind of running back over the top of it, and I threw it up there and gave him a chance. And he made a great catch. So he's just done a great job for us. And, he's a tough guy. And, he's got a lot of heart. So all the receivers did a good job today. Tight ends did a good job. Line, did a great job. We just got to close some things out and stop getting, behind. In the second half, we had a lot of long yardage situations that we didn't overcome them. And sometimes you can. The percentages are probably you're not. And, we've got to figure out how to stay on the field and score points.
All right, next is going to be Jenna Lane.
Hey, Tom, on those deep passes to Scotty Miller and O.J. Howard, there was less than a yard of separation between them and the defender. You also, on 2 of your touchdowns to Mike, Justin Simmons, he was lined up against him, arguably Denver's best defender. Is that just a sign of you getting a lot more comfortable with this offense? Because it seemed like you were a lot more comfortable this week.
We're getting there. It's a long process. I don't think this is, I said last week, this would have been our third preseason game. So still a lot to learn. There's a lot to grow. There's a lot of room for improvement. I know everyone feels that way. So, and we got to get to know each other. We got to understand kind of what we're trying to do and what we're trying to accomplish and then make it happen. And we're only going to, I think, make improvements as we keep going.
All right, next is Scott Reynolds.
Hey, Tom, just wanted to ask you about Mike Evans and his size and strength down there by the goal line. You've got 3 touchdown passes to him this year that are inside the 2-yard line. Just what type of a weapon that presents to you as a quarterback to have a big guy like that down there?
He's a great red area threat, and I think his size, his quickness, his elusiveness, his hands, everything. Mike's one of the great receivers in the NFL, so I got to find ways to get him the ball and get it to him in space, and not just in the red area, but all over the field. And that's what my job is, to find the guys that are open and get it to them.
All right, next is going to be Scott Smith.
Tom, you kind of mentioned the growth of this offense, and it's not quite where you guys want to be yet. But when you compare your performance in week 1 to where you guys are as a whole, how much different, how much growth have you seen in just those 3 weeks?
I think we have a lot of room for improvement. So we're going to get back to work, and by no means was this nearly close to what we're capable of, and we got to get back to work and try to get closer.
All right, last one's going to come from James Palmer.
Tom, you reportedly kind of spoke with Peyton Manning before the game. You guys had a lot of battles in this stadium. What'd you guys kind of talk about and reminisce about?
Well, it was good to see him. He's familiar with a lot of guys that we have on our staff, and I've known Peyton for a long time, so almost 20 years. It's great to see him and his kids, and I love seeing him. So it was unexpected, but great for me to be able to see him and his kids. Thank you, guys.
That's all for today.
Appreciate it.